Sherdog.com here with Lorenz Larkin, just ahead of your Bellator debut, right into a title fight. Did that surprise you when they told you that that was going to be your first test in this promotion?
Yeah, I was just going through the whole craze of the free agency thing and all that drama. So I wasn't even thinking about who I was going to fight or when I was going to fight. So I guess the main thing was just getting the deal done. And once when that was done, we didn't really talk about an opponent yet. And then Scott gave me a call and was like, "Hey, you ready?" And every fighter's we're ready. So he was like, "How about June 20th, New York City or New York and Madison Square Garden versus Douglas?" And I was just pumped. I was like, "Oh," because I was already heard the rumors about the card. So and I was like, "Okay, I'm on the card," but I was like, "Douglas, Lima?" And he was like, "Yeah, man, for the belt." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm ready." So, it was just exciting in itself. It's just crazy to go through all the drama that all the stuff I had to go through, and then to this. It's just a complete 180. So, it's been crazy.
Talk about that a little bit, because you've kind of heard people talk about free agency. It's because, I mean, this is really the first time in the history of the sport that this is something that's an actual thing. And everyone thinks that, like, oh, get free agency. Now everyone's going to offer you millions of dollars to jump ship, and that's not really the case. It's like, how mentally taxing was that entire experience?
It is because I don't personally know anybody who's done it. So I was just kind of going through the whole motions, with my team, but on my own, not giving it like nobody giving me a heads up, like, hey, this is kind of how it's gonna be. You don't know, and then you're talking to these different people, but nobody's really pulling the trigger. And in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, this will be done in like 2.5 months, 3 months tops, and after a while, it's just like, dude, what is going on? Like, it's going crazy. And then, towards the end, it got better, but we're looking at what? My last fight was August, you know what I mean? So it's been a while, so it is a long, low process, but I believed in the stuff that I can do, in the cage and what I bring to the table. So, I mean, it is taxing, but, I'm glad that I did it.
How's this layoff been for you as far as being able to stay on diet, keep your weight down? I still remember talking to you coming down from 205, and you weren't excited about the dieting you have to do to get to 185, let alone getting to here to 170. Having all this, I mean, all your 170 fights have been not close together, but you've kind of had one into the other, into the next, into a camp. You haven't had the kind of this like long break that you've had now. Like, how difficult is that? And is your weight on point right now? I mean, we're only a few weeks away.
Yeah. My weight's good. I think the only thing that's hard about a long time span, between fights is you kind of have to taper down on training. Sometimes training, I'm going too hard, you know what I mean? And my coaches are like, okay, let's taper down. Just take off a couple days, you know what I mean? Because they don't want me to peak out, before the fight. So that's the only thing, with the close from fight to fight camps, you know what I mean? You can just kind of keep going, But with longer camps, you don't want to peak out too soon before the fight, So it's kind of hard. It's hard to gauge as a fighter, you know what I mean? But I guess that's where your coaches come in and tell you, taper down the training a little bit, and because I'm always just trying to go. I'm just trying to get after it, you know what I mean? I'm like, no, I'm gonna be ready, But I've been having a smart camp, no injuries, and feeling great.
Douglas Lima, he's had a pretty incredible Bellator run. His only 2 losses have been to champions Ben Askren and Andrei Koreshkov. Do you see this being a stand-up fight? Do you think he's going to want to trade with you?
I'm not sure, Now I'm at the point in my career where I've seen a lot, and I've thought about a lot, and when it came down to fight time, it was totally different than what I thought it was, So I'm not going to sit here and think that he wants to bang with me. I'm not going to sit here and think that he just wants to take me down, It's MMA, the whole fight, my whole training has been everything. You know what I mean? I haven't been just preparing for a stand-up war. You know, I've been preparing for everything. So wherever he takes it, you know, I'm ready. I'm not that immature to think that he just wants to stand up. If he does, then cool. I've been training for it, you know. But if he wants to wrestle me and he wants to take it to the ground, I've been training for that too. So I'm at the point where I don't think that no more. It's wherever he wants to take it, you know, or wherever he thinks he wants to take it.
After the layoff that you've had here, is going right into a 5-round fight, is that kind of a daunting idea for you?
You know what? At first, it was. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, because I never did fives before. Five fives. But towards the middle, almost to the middle of camp, you know, I was like, this ain't bad. You know what I mean? After I got used to it, you know, you're always worried about something that you haven't got the chance to do yet. So, but yeah, after like almost before midway camp, you know, I was knocking out 5 fives, you know, and feeling not that bad. You know, in the beginning, I was just like, dude, okay, let's finish this dude early. But no, now it's good. Now it's like, it's crazy because now like three fives is like, I feel like it's too short. You know what I mean? Now that I'm doing it, so it's crazy how things change.
Things work out for you on that Saturday night. You walk out there with that title. They're all 5-5s for you from there on out.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be ready now. Now, like, if I ever, I won't be going back to 3 fives. But you know, now I'm ready. It's I don't even know what 3 fives are anymore.
When you visualize this fight, how do you see it playing out? How do you see it ending? Does this fight make it to that final bell?
You know, I don't know. I just see it. You know, I don't know which side the ref's gonna be on. You know, I don't know which hand is gonna go up, but you know, I just see my hand getting raised and them crowning the new welterweight champion.